Hi guys, it's Luga and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be doing my review for Little Thieves by Margaret Owen. This is her new book that came out like October and it's a retelling of The Goose Girl. I received an arc through NetGalley, so thank you NetGalley and the publisher for giving me this. I was so excited. This book was part of my anticipated releases of the last part of the year, and when I got it I was like, yes, I'm going to read it. And the book is very good. So the main story is about Vanya, who in the present action she took the life of the princess she was following, Giselle, and through a magic string of pearls to change her appearance, and she changed the appearance to Princess Giselle. The interesting part about Vanya is that she's the goddaughter of the goddess of death and the goddess of fortune, because when she was young her mother gave her away to the gods to almost to die, because she was the 13th daughter of the 13th daughter, so she was believed she was cursed, but death and fortune take her as his daughter. But then when she reached a certain age, she had to choose one of the goddess to follow and to worship, but she didn't want to be a servant, so she takes this action. And while she's Princess Giselle, she also is the penny thief, because each time that she's a party or something, she steals some jewelry to gain some money to leave the land and to achieve to go and be free of this world. But in this part there is, and in the beginning, the prince that Giselle was supposed to marry arrives from the war, and so she has to change a little bit of the plan, because also one of the inquisitors, I don't remember the name, but it's like the law officers, because they can call the gods to make like a godly court against people who make mischief, and he is assigned to discover who is the Pfenniggeist. And so the story goes her trying to fool him, trying to restore her life. But also the most important part is that Vanya, in one of the parties that she left, is cursed, and she's cursed by a goddess, Edelweiss, who cursed that she will turn into her greed. Since she wants jewels, she starts to become a jewel herself, like pearls and rubies start to appear on her skin, and that is what she has to do. She has to return everything that she took off to break the curse, and then she would be able to run. So she has a lot of problems. She has a fiance, she has a curse, and then she has the boy who is behind her and trying to find who she is. It's a very interesting book. We only follow Vanya's perspective through the book, and in some parts we break the fourth wall. She talks directly to the reader, which I found was very interesting, like very Deadpool. Like, I think all the names are, I would believe, German inspired by, not only because of Pfenniggeist, how it was written, but also because there were some other words that I remember from my German classes. So I believe there has some German inspiration or German word folklore, which I found was very interesting. The audiobook is very good, and I really also like it. I conjugate it because the book is already released when I got the e-arc, so I read it and I used the audiobook to help me. It's very well done, and it's very well narrated. The story is interesting in the point that we only follow one perspective, but she's so enigmatic as a character. She's so sassy, but she also she's such a gray character that it's interesting to follow. She's not the main antagonist, she's not the main hero, she's just a person who believes in the things. We see her troubled past, we see everything that she's been through, and when she tries to connect with her old past, for example with Giselle, because she has to help her, and everything that goes on, it's so interesting to follow, and I really like that. I really like the Margaret Owen writing style. She has another series, I think it's the Merciful Crow. I'll put the cover up here a little bit. I haven't read that one, but this one I found it was very interesting. The retelling, I don't know how, because I saw a video on YouTube like for children. It has the elements there, the princess stealing, the servant stealing the princess life, and then she make the lesson in the tale is that the fake princess says what should be her punishment, and then the king, when discovered, says, okay, that's going to be your punishment. It takes that version on the book. Through all the story, the greed is going to be the thing you most want is going to be your doom. The end was, in some parts I was like, what? Like, they're doing that, but it was very interesting. I don't know why it's gonna have a sequel, because for me the story would ended perfectly here. I'm intrigued to see how the sequel goes, but for me I think it could end it here perfectly, but I will see, because I'm interested in this world. The folklore is very interesting to follow. Even the magic that it's shown here, it's very interesting. And all the lore, it's very interesting through the book. I think that was what captivated more, was a world full of dark beams and magic and gods and lesser gods and all that. Everything about that, it was very interesting. Yeah, I really enjoyed the book. I think it was a very interesting read, a retelling that I'm not used to. I never knew the tale, and it was a very good introduction. The writing style of the author is also very interesting to follow. It's a medium paced book. It's not, I think it has a slow start, because in some part it starts more or less like this. It goes very good, and then it's bumps a little bit while in the middle, with some up and downs in terms of action and in terms of captivating, but till the end it's a full-blown, especially the last chapters is like, because it's like the climax, and the climax is very well done to be totally captivating. But I think that middle, I don't think it should be worked out in terms of cutting things, but I think it's a very more medium pace, because she's not going to robberies, she's trying to solve her life and to feel with that, and then we're going to understand more things and do more stuff. But I think it's a very interesting story. If you like retellings, if you like a low fantasy but with a lot of folklore, I think it's a perfect book for you. Thank you again, Nesgali and the publisher, for this art. I totally appreciate that. It was a very great read. I'm really excited to have read it. And yeah, tell me in the comments if you are excited to read this one, if you have read it, what are your thoughts? I would love to discuss this book with you, because I think this book has so many things we can discuss. If you reach this far, don't forget to leave a comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We are almost in the 500 subscribers. I would love to reach that by the end of the year, more roughly, because then I could use the community tab, which is a feature that I would really like to use. So if you want to help me, just subscribe. And yeah, I post videos every Tuesday, Thursdays and Saturdays. I have live reading sprints on Fridays on my channel, and I see you guys on my next video.